Hello friends, and welcome to Module 3. Angela here, and in the previous two modules, I shared with you how and where to find good products to sell on Amazon. One of the strategies I had discussed in the last module was retail arbitrage. A simple example of retail arbitrage is finding a bottle of Tide brand laundry detergent at the store on sale for $2, scanning the UPC barcode found on the bottle with your Amazon seller app, and learning that it retails on Amazon for $15, and then listing your $2 bottle of Tide for $14. As I had mentioned, you can make money with retail arbitrage, but selling already existing products by retail arbitrage can easily become a race to the bottom, and sellers compete by lowering prices to catch a customer, and that will drive your profits down fast. So, in today's module, I'm going to focus on how to source and create your own private label products. It might sound complicated to put your own brand on the products you source, but it's much easier than you think because I will show you all the tricks and shortcuts I figured out when building my own Amazon business. I am all about keeping things simple so you can get them done quickly and inexpensively, because the better you are set up and the more efficiently you run your Amazon business in the beginning, the easier it will be to generate sales and scale as you grow. When getting started with your Amazon business, it's important to consider private labeling your products because there are a lot of benefits to this selling strategy. What is private labeling? Simply put, this is where you source generic products from a wholesale company or a Chinese manufacturer, or create a unique bundled set and then sell it under your own brand name. A simple example of selling products under your own brand is taking that same $2 bottle of Tide detergent and then combining it with a small bottle of Tide fabric softener or a Tide stain stick or a small box of Tide dryer sheets to then create a unique bundled product offering. One requirement for a bundled product is that the products bundled together have to make sense and enhance the product experience. Bundling two disparate items like a rhinestone tiara and a pack of latex surgical gloves doesn't make sense, and Amazon will probably suspend your account listing. On Amazon, you are allowed to sell another company's branded product in a uniquely created bundle under your own brand name, but you're not allowed to use the other company's brand name in your product title or list the company as a manufacturer. For example, even though your product photos will have the Tide logo and labeling all over the actual products, you can't call it a Tide laundry bundle, but you can still use the word Tide in the bullet points of the product description without getting into trouble. Don't worry, in the fifth module, we will go into specific detail on how to create the perfect product listing. For now, let's just focus on the important aspect of private labeling and UPC codes. Now, another easy example of private labeling and selling products under your own brand is by sourcing a generic product from China, because generally they don't come with UPC codes. And what I mean when I say generic product is that the product has no logo and no brand name physically stamped or marked on the product itself. If the packaging does have a UPC code, but the product itself is not marked, like UPC code but not marked, you can still sell the item under your own brand, as long as you cover or remove any images of the UPC code in your product photos. So in fact, another one of my secret nuggets to success is that for all my products, I make sure to remove or cover up any information that would reveal the original price and original source from where it came. Whenever you combine several products together, each with a different UPC code, into a single bundled product, you have to have one UPC code to identify this new product bundle you've created in order to list it on Amazon. Whenever you source a product that comes without a UPC code, you still have to obtain a UPC code in order to be able to list it on Amazon. And sometimes you'll come across a UPC code and it will come up as invalid when you try to list it on Amazon. And again, you'll have to get a working UPC code in order to list it on Amazon. Okay, so what is a UPC code anyway, and how do you get one? This may get a little technical here, but follow along and I'll make this part quick and simple. UPC stands for Universal Product Code. It basically represents a barcode with a 12-digit number which is read by a scanner that identifies your product. You might also come across an EAN code, which stands for European Article Number, or an IAN for International Article Number. They all work the same as a way to track products sold in retail all over the world. Now, there are two sources for purchasing your own UPC codes. GS1 stands for Global Standard 1, and it's an organization that creates and manages the inventory of UPC codes. GS1 supplies companies with GTINs, Global Trade Item Numbers. UPCs, EANs, and IANs are all different types of GTINs. Amazon recommends that you buy your UPC codes from GS1 because they're the original source. But the problem is that UPC codes from GS1 are expensive, starting at over $200 for only 10 of them. Now, the second source for UPC codes is through third-party sellers. If you're considering ordering your UPC codes from a reseller, then there are some good ones that I've heard about. Nationwide Barcodes offers inexpensive UPCs, but most importantly, they guarantee the legitimacy of the numbers used. All of their barcodes have been originally issued by the Uniform Code Council, which is what GS1 was formerly known as. One purchased UPC code costs around $10. However, a larger purchase will decrease the individual price. You can get about 10 UPCs for around $37, 100 of them for $65, 1,000 of them for $280. You get the picture. Now, another suggestion would be Barcodes Mania. Similarly, they advertise barcodes that originate from GS1 and guarantee that the codes are unique and authentic. Buying from this reseller, you can get even lower prices. For example, 100 UPC codes will cost you around $45. The final decision really depends on your business plan, and I can't make this one for you. Having said that, if you are just starting out as an Amazon seller, I would like to emphasize that Amazon does urge you to buy your UPCs from GS1. Now, it's not against their policy to get the UPC codes from a third party, as a lot of sellers still acquire their UPC codes this way. But Amazon could change their policy in the future and make it against policy to get third-party UPCs, which would then leave you with GS1 as your only source for UPC codes. If you get your UPCs from a reseller, I advise you to do a lot of research and always use a reputable one. It would be highly ill-advised to use software-generated UPC codes. Now, at the same time that you have purchased a few UPC codes to work with for listing your private label products on Amazon, you should also apply for Amazon's GTIN exemption program, which allows you to list products without even having to buy UPC codes. In the long run, this will make listing products super easy and reduce your expenses. So now, in order to apply for a GTIN exemption, go to your Amazon seller account and search for GTIN exemption. Click on the Request Approval link and be prepared to supply the following 3 things. First, you're going to need a cover letter stating the reasons why you are applying for the GTIN exemption. Here's a list of the eligible cases for GTIN exemption. The brand manufacturer or publisher doesn't provide a GTN for the products you have purchased. For example, private label products, products sourced from China, or handmade products. Number 2, you are selling non-branded products that do not have GTINs. For example, wholesale products, or again, products sourced from China. Number 3, you are selling parts that do not have a GTIN. For example, some automotive parts don't come with a GTIN. Number 4, bundles that do not have a GTIN. For example, bundled generic brand products items that come from a wholesale company or a Chinese manufacturer. After you've created your cover letter stating your case as to why you want to apply for a GTIN exemption, you're going to want to get a second letter, a support letter from the brand owner or manufacturer stating that they do not provide a GTN for a list of products that you intend to sell on Amazon. This letter has to have the issuer's name and contact information and state explicitly that they do not provide a GTIN for all the products that you sell. It must include your physical address, your phone number, an email or a website, and it must be in English or the marketplace's local language. And lastly, a list of sample products for review from the supplier's website. After you submit your GTIN exemption application, all you can do is wait to hear back from them. Now, if you need help getting approved for GTIN exemption, I can coach you on an individual basis as requested. In the meantime, since you already have purchased some UPC codes, you're ready to start listing products on your Amazon store. I hope you found this module informative and that it helped simplify and demystify the topic of private labeling and UPC codes. Understanding the basic ideas in this module is a key to your success on Amazon. The beauty of private labeling is that it enables you to create new and unique products for Amazon's catalog. And when you're the only seller who carries a listing, it means you own the buy box, and there are no other sellers of your product. Once you have picked up products to sell and purchased some UPC codes, you will be ready for episode number 4, where I will walk you through step by step on how to make the perfect product listing. Remember, you've got to take action. An inch of movement will bring you closer to your goals than a mile of intention. All you have to do is follow the steps I'm sharing with you, and you will have an Amazon business your future self will thank you for. Trusting in the process will lead to trusting in yourself. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds more confidence. Once you start listing products, your Amazon store will quickly take on a life of its own. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.